Hey, you did it again, Brian.
You didn't even have to ask.
I didn't even have to ask, and I was going to see if you remembered the fact that we like the fade in quick. That quick fade in.
It's because I'm all hyped up of rushing to get here.
Is that what it is? You were speeding through traffic to get here from your flight? Welcome back, everybody, to the Hey BigHead Show. I'm excited for today. But first, before we get into that, actually, Julie played a little prank on me just now, which really hurt my feelings.
Well, he ruined it.
Wait, how did I ruin it, first of all?
So me and Garrett hopped on a call yesterday when we should have been working, and we devised a plan to prank you for April Fool's. And we waited the whole time before the show for you to grab a water, and you just wouldn't do it. So I was like, I'm going to bring him a water and pretend I'm doing something nice. But no, I mixed in a bunch of salt.
It's disgusting.
It's just salt water, but we were trying to catch it on air. He forgot that I
forgot
said,
and
Don't
I accidentally
drink
drank it. Yeah.
Ruined
here
it.
We are. You know, I'm having a tough day already because I'm 41 years old, and and apparently when you turn 40, you throw your back out, and I threw my back out today. And
What
so
were
I'm
you
walking.
doing?
I don't think I was doing anything. I think I was just sleeping, and I woke up, and it was just like,
Okay.
That sounds right.
yeah, it's awful. I feel like I can't bend over and put my socks on. I'm not even wearing shoes. I'm just walking around barefoot.
That's disgusting.
I need Garrett to put my socks on later on. Garrett, can you help me out, buddy? No, he said. You know what I feel like? Speaking of The Office, I feel like Michael Scott when he burned his foot on the George Foreman grill. That's what I feel like.
That's what you feel like?
Yeah, because I feel like nobody on the staff cares that my back is hurting.
Well, nobody does, really. Sorry. Maybe I should have been kinder.
You're an Angela right now. You're acting like an Angela right now. That's who you are.
Well, are you going to send me to go get your favorite items from the barbecue place like he does?
Yeah,
to
maybe I
Ryan?
should.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Boston
bye.
Market. Do you remember? It was Boston Market.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, you're definitely an Angela. Brian is probably a Toby.
I'm a Jim.
You're not Jim.
Clearly Jim.
You're not Jim.
Garrett over there. Garrett's definitely Garrett's a Ryan. No, you know what?
Wait, why would you call me Toby? If you're like Michael hates Toby.
No, God, no.
Yeah, hold on. Let's wait for it. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on, this one.
Oh, God!
Perfect.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's what it's like when Brian comes back.
And Brian, that's awful. Of course,
That was the look on Andrew's face when I rushed in.
When he rushed in, I was like, oh, God. I'll tell you who's the Jim. The Jim is sitting on our couch right here, Jarrett Seegmiller, who is our guest today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I don't know if I've ever gotten a better compliment calling me the Jim.
You're the Jim Halpert of the Hey
The
BigHead Show.
heartthrob of the office.
That's right. Jarrett is a local comedian here in town, our first comedian that we've ever had on the show.
There we go.
I'm really excited about this.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. How long have you been in comedy for?
Let's see, a little over 3 years I started.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you
so-
get into it?
I just always wanted to, ever since I was like a kid. I actually have a yearbook photo of me from like when I was in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
Where, like they have you say like, oh, what's your favorite book? What's your favorite color? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
I actually have it. You can see it. It's like Harry Potter, red comedian. So it's like, like I just always wanted to do it. It's something I just always loved like making people laugh. Like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, we like would always listen to like Brian Regan and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Just like,
He's fun.
we always loved comedy growing up,
Yeah.
and so I just always wanted to do it. I just didn't know you could.
Yeah.
I thought that you had to like know somebody or something. Like you had to like some guy in a suit would overhear you cracking jokes at the bar and be like,
You
"I'm
need to
gonna
be
put you on
stage."
stage." Kid, you got go. But no, you could just go to an open mic and tell terrible jokes with 50 other homeless people.
Yes.
Right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So on a serious note, walk me through what it's like to because you getting your foot in the door is always through the open mic, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that process like? Are you terrified? Obviously, I'm sure you're terrified. No matter how comfortable you are talking in front of people, I'm sure you have butterflies going on.
Yeah, for sure. I was terrified. It took me like 2 years from like writing my first joke on a piece of paper to actually getting to the open mic. I think it was like 2 years of, and I think what finally got me on the stage was like, oh, I'm about to turn 30. If I'm gonna try this out, I just like set an arbitrary, I'm gonna do this before I turn 30 goal. And so I was 29, and I just signed up. Wise Guys in town is a great comedy club. They do open mics every week. So you just kind of submit. You send off an email, and then they respond to you whether you got it. Like if you get a spot on the open mic, they'll send you an email that says you got a spot. So I just sent an email being like, I won't even get a spot. And then I got a spot and I was like, all right, well, I got to do this now.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that was like my first try going was at Wise Guys.
Do you remember your first joke that got a laugh?
Yeah, I do. Let's see. I don't even tell that joke anymore. It's been, I don't know, a year and a half since I told that joke. But I also like, you don't really know like the tricks of the trade in comedy. So like my first joke, I think I had 50 seconds of setup before I got to the actual punchline, which when you only have 3 minutes, 50 seconds is so long for silence, you know?
Sure.
But yeah, I think, let me try to remember, what was my first joke I ever told on stage? It was something about, it was right around the time, I don't know if you guys remember, a couple years ago, they were finding dead bodies out in Lake Mead.
Yeah.
Like the Lake Mead had like dried up, and so they were finding bodies in like barrels and chests and stuff like that. So my joke was, like in like 5 or 6 years, we're going to be having these like 70, 80-year-old ex-Vegas mobsters that become like hardcore environmentalists.
That's pretty good.
Because there's just like so many more bodies out there just
Keep
like
water
waiting to
in
be
Lake
found.
Mead.
Yeah.
Keep the water.
Yeah, keep the water. It's like the next like crime or like what was it? The next head of like the EPA is going to be some guy that's name is like Gino the Butcher Dianucci.
That's really good.
Yeah, that was the first joke I ever told on stage.
Yeah. What's the ideal time frame for a setup for a joke?
As little as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like one of the hardest things about comedy is like finding a good premise, but then it's whittling away at it. Because like that's basically what you're doing when you find a joke that is funny. It's basically like a log, you know, and you're just kind of carving away at it until you get to the joke. And so like there's like a whole thing in comedy of like the economy of words. You want you want to just keep taking words away. I forget which famous comedian said that, but some famous comedian said take words away until they stop laughing and then put that last word back in.
That's a good point.
So-
I love breaking down jokes. I love like the science behind it. You're spot on. And honestly, I feel like, because I edit our social media videos, and I went to the school of Heather Collins, and she's really good at cutting up social media clips. And she told me, you know, if you don't need this extra part, then it shouldn't be in the video.
Yeah.
Because people's attention spans are so short, and you want to just keep them engaged just long enough to get to that meat of whatever it is that you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
The joke or the video itself. And same thing, you cut away until you think you have what you need, and then you get it out there. But the science behind it has always intrigued me.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, people don't owe you anything, right? So, like, these people are strangers, whether you're on social media or whether you're on stage.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when I'm out there, like, nobody in this room knows who I am.
Yeah.
So, like, them paying attention to me is, like, I've got to earn that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, you got to cut as much out as you can until you're getting to the funny part, but with just enough context to where they still laugh at it.
For the record, just you said that nobody in this room knows who you are. We've heard your videos over the past few days because all of us have done research on you over and over again. Julie's actually going to do your routine. Julie,
Oh, yeah, go for it.
why don't you start us off?
I'm not. I'm
sure?
I'm more situationally funny.
You are.
I couldn't do it professionally at all. I admire the art form that you are participating in, because I don't know how to just come up with something funny. Like, I can't figure that out.
I'm not good at telling jokes. I'm good at and same with you. Like, we're good at reacting and saying something funny that's like a reaction towards it or quick-witted. But like setting up a joke, I can never do that. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think it's a lot. Like, I have like really crazy ADHD. And so like, I'm just like sitting, like just stuff will occur to me that just wouldn't. I feel like there's a lot of like neurodivergence in comedy. You know what I mean? Like people
I could
whose
agree with that.
brains just don't quite work how everybody else's brains work, and that's where the funny comes from. Like people always say in comedy, like comedians always have some sort of like unresolved trauma, and like that's where the funny comes from.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I do think people's in comedy's brains are wired a little. I mean, you kind of have to be like, yeah, let me stand in front of 300 people and talk at them. That's
Right.
what I want to do. You know, it's an insane thing to do.
It is interesting. I don't know if I was talking to you about it or not yesterday or the day before, where people that do have trauma usually are really good at whatever specialty there is, like musicians, comedians. There's always something behind where they are today and how they got there. It usually stems from something great or something really awful. But you're spot on with the trauma thing. I feel.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think just drives you.
Are you born and raised in Vegas?
I am. Yeah. Out in Henderson.
Nice.
Yeah.
What Have you lived anywhere else? You've just been here. the whole time?
Yeah, I did my like college out in Utah.
Okay.
Southern Utah.
What's the comedy scene like here in Vegas? How would you rate it compared to any other city that's nearby?
It's a good question because you know I've lived here my whole life. I haven't done comedy too many other places than Vegas. I'm still kind of trying to like. That's still like one of the things. I'm like one of the pieces of the puzzle I'm trying to figure out is how you get discovered other places. You know, because but the comedy scene here is great. I think you know, Wise Guys is the one that does like they're the club that does the main like open mic as far as clubs go. Jimmy Kimmel's Club just barely started doing like a Thursday at noon open mic, which is it's a fun concept. You get a lot of tourists, so you get to try your jokes on people that aren't from here. You know?
Thursday at noon. That's
Yeah.
got to be a tough slot.
It's yeah. I mean, I've only been to one of them so far, but it was a fun time. It's weird to tell jokes and see daylight outside. That's odd. Especially like because usually you're inside and you can't see outside from the stage, but like there they do it in the lobby.
Yeah.
And so you're seeing. And that's when you're doing comedy. Usually, you can't see the people in the crowd either.
Yeah.
but you see them there.
That's
You
funny.
can see them. You can see outside. It's it's a good time though. It's a fun vibe.
You mentioned how you're still trying to figure out how to get discovered in other cities across the nation or wherever. How much of it now is, first of all, this salt water is disgusting. It's so bad.
Did you drink it again?
No, I didn't. It's
just
still, it's still
residual.
just chilling in my mouth. Hold on.
You'll be fine.
I will be fine. Worst April Fool's joke ever.
It could have been way worse. We were trying to come up with something harmless that really wouldn't impact the show that much.
What if I was allergic to salt? And I just started foaming at the mouth.
I've literally seen you eat In-N-Out.
I have.
You're not allergic to salt.
First
Also,
of all,
I
how
don't mean
dare
to
you.
like pull the curtain back on anything, but the best way to get somebody on an April Fool's joke is to do it on March 28th. Oh, wait, is it March 31st? I got the date wrong. That was the best day to. Cause you can get somebody on an April Fool's joke. You do it any other day than
Yeah.
April 1st.
Julie's just going to do it for the rest of the year and be like, oh, that's for 2027.
Yeah.
If I do it every day and just make him anxious about it, and then next year, April 1st, I'll do nothing. And I'll have him worried all day.
I'm scared to drink water for the rest of my life. I just never know.
Next time you fill up the jug, I'll pour like an entire thing of salt in there.
You're so sweet to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dude, that idea of like front loading your April Fool's jokes, like, no, I'm going to get them 10 times in a row and then I've got the next decade covered. It's like the J.G. Wentworth of April Fool's Day. You know, it's my prank and I want it now.
That's good. That's good. So before I was distracted by the salt in my mouth, I would say the getting discovered in other areas. Would you say that social media plays a big part in that now?
Yeah, I think it also just comes from experience. I mean, you know, I'm in it like 3 years. I've gotten in at a couple clubs around town. I think that's kind of on par for like what you'd kind of hope for. I mean, granted, there's no like career path in this. Everybody's kind of blazing their own trail.
Sure.
You know, like that's one thing that was hard. Like, because I used to be an accountant, so coming from accounting where it was like very structured, where like the company I worked for, it was like you do this for 2 years and then you're there. You do that for 3 years, then you're there, and it's like there's nothing like that in comedy. Like there's a good chance you don't get even as far as I got. You know? Like, and I never had plans of even being like a feature on a weekend show. That it was just like I want to try this and see how it goes. And yeah, it's just there's no like path for it, so you're just kind of figuring it out on your own. And you could try and follow what other comedians have done, but like times change so fast that like the paths that they've set just kind of don't exist anymore. You know, like people that are big now were making it kind of when YouTube clips were kind of starting. There weren't that many of them out there, so you know, it's.
Do you feel Matt Rife kind of was the first one through social media to make it big?
I think he was one of them. I know Andrew Schultz also was another one that. Like,
was he?
When that he like started posting clips, and then when like COVID happened, he started doing like a lot of political comedy, like almost like a talk show type thing, where he was posting stuff like every day or whatever. But yeah, I think the two of them there might have been more in there. I'm probably forgetting people, but yeah,
They're definitely the front ones.
yeah, they just realized like, I can just start putting my stuff out there on my own. I don't have to like wait around for it. You know. But there is also something to be said about going viral too early. You know,
What do you mean?
like sometimes like comedians will put out jokes and they'll have a joke go viral and they'll get millions of views on it. And then they get people hitting them up like, hey, you have like this crazy online presence. Like, let's put you in this club. But they haven't been doing it that long, you know? So it's like, you know, I've been doing it for 3 years. I could probably do a good half hour.
Okay.
But, you know, there are people that blow up after like 6 months or something, and then they're expected to fill an hour worth of time. Which filling an hour with jokes is a hard thing to do.
I'm sweating just thinking about that.
Yeah,
I'm not even the
that
one
is
going
a
on stage.
long time to be talking, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of work to get there and to really
Fine
you
tune.
know, craft the jokes. And
Do you have like a whole notepad of jokes that you
Oh, yeah.
ideas you write down, or is it on your phone, or what?
yeah, I have it on my phone. Which, you know, if it scrolls for like a good 30 seconds before it gets to the end of it,
my
that I've just
gosh.
been writing stuff in for years. And every so often I'll go back and I'll like read through, you know, because, you know, you get better at something. I'm sure like the first time LeBron ever tried to like dunk a basketball,
Yeah.
he wasn't that great at it, but then you keep practicing at it. Same thing with joke writing. Like you're not that good at, I feel like I just compared myself to LeBron.
You basically did.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
First time I saw you, I thought LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Yeah,
There he
yeah.
is.
The image is striking.
LeBron also likes salt on his internet. burger.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Do you practice your jokes on people you know before you take them to stage?
Yeah. I am the youngest of 7 siblings.
Oh my gosh.
And so I used to be an accountant. Now I am a stay-at-home dad / comedian.
Awesome.
And I have a lot of siblings that are stay-at-home parents, and so a lot of times, like I talk to some of my sisters. I talk to at least one of my sisters every single day.
Yeah.
While I'm just like parenting and stuff. So a lot of times I'll be like talking to them, and then you know, conversation will die, and I'll just be like, "Hey, is this funny?"
How long does it take to craft a joke from the idea to going on stage?
I think it kind of depends. Like I've had jokes where I've thought of it like 30 minutes before I'm on a show.
Really?
And if I'm confident in the joke, I'll throw it on the show. Although I try not to throw brand new stuff onto shows, because that's the thing about comedy. It doesn't really matter if you think it's funny. It matters if they think it's funny.
Right.
And so there's a lot of things where I've thought like this is going to crush, and then it's bombed like super hard. There's a lot of bombing that goes into comedy. Like your favorite comedians have bombed so much.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know? And it's just you have to bomb to be able to get to your good stuff. So
Yeah, I feel like you learn more through the failures and the bombing and the crickets than you do through anything else. But that's a great perspective on it. Do you ever do crowd work at all, or is it just straight jokes?
I don't. Yeah, I know a lot of people do like to riff. Like the most I'll ever riff usually is if like I'll watch the person set that went up before me.
Okay.
And then I'll listen to what they say, and I'll try and think of something just quippy that's like just a quick one-liner. I like to do that. I feel like it gives the show kind of like a continuity. You know, it like shows the people in the room that like you've been there with them. But that's like the most I'll ever do as far as like riffs. So if like, you know, sometimes you'll tell a joke and you'll get like a weird reaction, and you'll have to address that. Otherwise, it's just like what, you know. But yeah, usually I don't say anything on stage unless I've said it off stage like 3 or 4 times out loud.
Yeah,
You know,
makes sense.
yeah.
You're a husband and a dad. Did you do stand-up comedy before you were a dad, or you've always been a dad?
I've always been a dad.
Always been a
my first open mic was when my daughter was 6 weeks old.
Wow.
That was my second kid. So,
Wow,
like,
congratulations.
yeah, I had my second kid, and then I was like, yeah, let's try this crazy thing.
Tell me some people who you've opened with, because you've opened for some pretty good names
Yeah.
in just 3 years of doing stand-up comedy, which is extremely impressive.
So the first person I ever opened for was David Lucas. He's one of the guys on Kill Tony. And he's like the nicest guy. He and I could not be further apart as far as like style of comedy goes. You know, he's like really roasty. That's like what he's known for, is roasting people. But yeah, I just kind of went up to him. I was like a year in, I feel like, maybe a little less. And I just like went to one of his shows, because that's one of the things that's cool. That's like one of my favorite things about being a comedian is if the club knows you, generally you can get into the shows for free.
Oh, wow.
So I watch a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
Just, you know, because I get to. And so this was like the first time that I'd ever done that, where I'd like gone to the club and been like, I'm a comedian, can I get in? And they let me in. And so I just watched his set. And then at the end of the night, one of the other comedians that I had kind of known like a little bit was talking to David Lucas. And so I like just kind of approached him and was like, hey man, I'm Jarrett. That was a great set. I'm a local comedian. Just wanted to say good set. And he just was kind of like, oh, like, you're a comedian? Come back tomorrow night and do 5 minutes. And he knew me zero. He had never heard of me, didn't know me. Just was like, yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes, which, like, looking back at it is an insane thing.
Yeah.
I could have been bad. I could have been racist, honestly. It worked out. You know, he gave me 5 minutes. I came back the next night, did 5 minutes. The 5 minutes went well. And then he was just, he kind of said, like, when I come back through, hit me up. I'll let you host for me next time I'm here. So
Wow.
That's awesome.
yeah, but from that set of, because that was the first time the club had ever seen me do more than like, 3 minutes at a time. And that was in front of like a legit paying weekend audience. They gave me like a guest spot for Andrea Jin was the next one I did.
Okay.
And she was super cool. I think I did 7 minutes on that show, and that one went really well. For whatever reason, that crowd just really liked me that day. And then they put John Caparulo also does a really cool thing out here, because he has a residency over at Jimmy Kimmel's Club. He's a great comedian. He's been doing it forever. He's a paid regular at the Comedy Store, but he's got a residency at Kimmel's Club. And once a month, he'll host like a Sunday showcase over at Wise Guys.
Okay.
Where they'll put like up and coming comedians on the show, and he'll go up and do like 15 up top, and then he'll do a couple minutes in between everybody.
Okay.
And it's a really cool thing that Wise Guys and John Caparulo do to like help the scene out here grow and give comedians, especially like local up and coming people, like chances to do in a club with like real, like, 7 to 10 minutes with like a real crowd.
Sure.
And so I did that one. And then my first actual paid gig was for Aaron Weber, who was at the time he was on the Nateland podcast with is Nate Bargatze's podcast. He was like one of the co-hosts. And he was super cool. That was the first time I ever like got paid to do comedy in a comedy club. And he was super cool, and he shouted me out on the Nateland podcast.
That's
afterward.
Cool. Whoa.
And I had that clip of him like
Give
really
you a shout
quick
out.
being like, Jarrett, very funny comedian. And I think that clip honestly has gotten me a lot of work.
Has it?
It's done a lot of heavy lifting on my socials.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm sure that they also, all those people that gave you a shot, even without really knowing you too well or just kind of just throwing it out there, I'm sure somebody in their past has done the same for them. At least
for sure.
Somewhere along the way. It seems like the comedy scene, a majority of them seem like they're very supportive and giving because they know how hard and how lucky it is to succeed in the comedy show. I'm sure there are some people that maybe aren't that way, but do you feel that the comedy scene is very giving and very pay it forward type?
Yeah, for the most part, I would think so. I mean, I love to see people succeed. I just like to view comedy as like I don't think it's like a finite resource. I don't think that if like somebody else got a spot that they're taking my opportunity.
Sure. Right.
It wasn't mine, it was theirs, and let's just good for them that they got that. So that's the way I like to view it. I do think that there is a lot to where people like to see people succeed, especially funny people. Like if people are like, that guy's funny,
Right.
like good for him, he's getting a spot, and getting like the recognition he deserves.
Who's the dream comedian that do you want to open for?
That's a good question. Brian Regan, honestly, is probably my answer.
Yeah.
That was like the first. I had his cassette tape growing up, and to be honest, that dream might be. I don't, not to call him old, but he's getting up there. I don't know how much.
How old is Brian Regan?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. We're gonna type.
He's.
This
I know I've heard him talking about maybe retiring at some point.
How old do you think he is?
Oh,
Ballpark.
67.
Spot on.
Really?
Whoa.
Nicely
Oh.
done. Nicely done. Bullshit. You didn't know how old.
I had no idea.
You
No,
looked it
yeah.
up as soon as you talked. I knew. I saw you. Well, this is awesome. I honestly, I think I love your humor. The fact that we did so much research on you, we're able to see your bits. You're funny. You're a funny dude. You're quick-witted, and you're awesome in
I
person too.
appreciate
This
that,
is
man.
so
Yeah.
much fun. before I want to talk about some local things going on around Vegas, if you have a little time.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. But before we jump into that, you brought us some bread, which is this is awesome because this is the third guest back to back that have brought us food.
We love
no
to
way.
eat.
Clearly, we love to eat. But you said
Well,
you
me
have a
too,
story
so.
about. You said you have a story about this bread. So what's the deal with this bread?
Yeah, so here's the thing. When you do comedy, right, you get paid in 3 different ways. There's, everybody's favorite way, which is cash.
Of course.
And then usually at a comedy club, you'll get dinner, which sometimes, depending on what they're serving, is more. It means more to me than the cash does.
Yeah.
And the third way is drinks. They'll give you booze.
Yeah.
I don't drink. I've never drank, and ever since I started comedy, I just felt like I was missing out on like a third of my income stream. So something I started doing recently is every time I go and do a show, I'll take the beer that they give me, and I'll take it home and I'll make bread with it.
That's awesome.
So that
incredible. That's incredible. I love that.
Comedy Club green room beer right there.
I'll tell you what, I am very excited for this. We're gonna eat this right after the show. It's gonna be
Okay.
great.
So
Perfect.
shout out to Grace O'Malley for letting me use her green room
yeah.
beer.
What is this?
That's honey butter.
Honey butter. Look at you.
Nice.
Which comedy club has the best food in town?
Ooh. I mean, I Wise Guys is the one that I've worked the most, so I've eaten like everything on their menu. So I'll probably say Wise Guys. Wise Guys has good food, man. They've got a full kitchen in there. It's good.
That's so
and
funny.
they give you a lot. I never finish all of my food, so
I love that. Well, we're excited to check you out more. Do you have any shows that are coming up too?
Yeah, I got the one I got coming up right now is on May 12th. I'll be featuring over at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club with John Caparulo.
Nice.
And I'm always posting like if I get booked on shows. Usually, the way it works as a feature is you don't really find out until like last minute. The club will kind of hit you up on like a Wednesday and be like,
really?
"Hey, on Friday, this person's going to be here. Like, you want to open for them?"
Yeah.
And so. Yeah, that's kind of how you find out last minute. But I'm always, if you follow me on like Jarrett Comedy on Instagram, that's usually where I'm posting about all my stuff.
Tell them how you spell your name, just in case.
Oh yeah, Jarrett.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like Garrett but with a J.
That's exactly because that's exactly how Garrett spells his name too. Well, we're excited. We're definitely going to come check you out. We should do a big head outing as a set.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Julie's going to heckle you. Have you ever dealt with hecklers before?
I don't think I have really.
Yeah.
It's because you're funny.
It's because you're good.
I don't think I leave any room for people to heckle me, honestly. Because usually I'm like, I have a lot of jokes about like my kids and like, I feel like if you heckle my kids, like,
Yeah. What are you, an asshole?
You have to question your life choices if you're going to heckle some guy's kids. Is a majority of your stand-up routine about your kids now?
yeah, like if I'm doing like a 15-minute set, usually it's like 7 minutes will be about my kids. Also, like a lot of, I'm pretty clean as far as like comedians go. It's part of the reason like I get work off of that. Like if they need a clean opener, then they'll call me, which is nice. It's good. But I feel like the clean crowds generally don't get as rowdy.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
and I feel like the headliners I've seen them get heckled because they're up there for a lot longer, and but like where I'm like the feature and host, like I'll be up there for like 10-15 minutes. I feel like they don't get rowdy as much in that amount of time.
That makes sense. I get that. That's great, man. Well, this is awesome. Thank you for coming in. Let's talk about some stuff going on around Vegas, Julie, if you don't mind. Do you have some topics that you want to bring up that I think that are happening in Vegas right now that we should know about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sort of happening right now, but really happening in 2029. Super Bowl 63, right? Were you watching the live stream yesterday?
No.
Okay.
I don't even
I
know
don't-
what live stream you're talking
You
Okay.
about.
weren't even watching the live stream, Jarrett? Oh, my God.
I was asking because we were trying to.
Don't even know what live stream.
Yeah, what are you talking about? PewDiePie?
Oh no. We were working and we were waiting to hear what the big press conference was going to be to confirm if it was a press conference to announce that the Super Bowl would be at Allegiant for Super Bowl 63.
Coming back to Vegas.
Right, coming back to Vegas. And we're messaging each other back and forth. It was supposed to start at 1:30. It's now 2:15.
Yeah. It took
Nothing's
forever.
happened.
Awesome.
It was such a long time. I had so much work to do, and I just got distracted because every time something happened on the live stream, I'd be like, "Oh, here it comes," and then nothing happened. The
Yeah.
reason I wanted to know is because we had a post going out that said Vegas is getting the Super Bowl again, but I didn't want to post it until it was official.
Confirmed.
Exactly, because that's the way we do things here at the Hey BigHead Show.
Real
We're-
journalism.
We're real journalism here at the Hey BigHead Show. That's
Yeah,
what we
plus
are.
then they're messing up your, like, because you're supposed to post at like 10:30 a.m.
Exactly.
or something. They're messing you guys all
Don't they
up.
know our algorithm is
I
at risk
know.
here? Unbelievable.
But with that
You're
being
not catching
said,
the wave.
Andrew did text me. He said, "Wake me up when they announce it."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, listen. By that time, everybody already posted that the Super Bowl was coming back anyway, so
Right.
it was all
But-
for moot.
Okay, so Jarrett, you've lived here for a while after coming back from college.
Yeah.
So I was not here for the Super Bowl in 2024. I didn't live in Vegas yet. What is your opinion on the Super Bowl in 2024?
How excited are you? Okay, I'm sorry. I
Whoa.
got excited. I want to ask you so
Overriding
many
my
questions.
question. We have time.
You know, this is terrible. I don't know football at all. To be honest, I did not know that the Super Bowl was here in 2024.
You and Brian are going to get along so well because we have a big head March Madness like bracket for the college basketball.
Oh,
going on.
yeah.
And Brian says, "Yeah, I'll be in it, but I just wanted to let you know I'm not good at football." And it was
It's not football.
not football.
Oh, that's
totally wrong
awesome.
sport. But yeah, okay, well that's good. So I take it you're very excited for the Super Bowl to come back in 2029 then.
Yeah, totally. Just anything to jam up more traffic on the I-15, right?
We'd love that. We'd love that. Who do you think's going to be the halftime show at the 29? Because it was Usher last time, I believe.
I didn't confirm, but Usher was recently.
I think it was
so.
Usher. Brian, was it Usher?
What, this last one?
The Super Bowl
2024.
the Super Bowl that was here in Vegas.
Oh, in here. Yeah.
Brian's going to look it up. But Julie, who do you think's going to be the halftime show?
My hypothesis, if for in Vegas, would be Bruno Mars,
Mm-hmm.
just because of the development with him getting the street. Obviously, like he's a big pop presence here
Mm-hmm.
with his speakeasy and other businesses he runs here.
Did you see that he has a street here in Vegas now?
Didn't, but I knew he had like a residency for a really long time.
Yeah,
He is Mr. Las Vegas right now for sure.
he's actually going to be. I think he is back performing at Allegiant Stadium later in April
Yeah.
too. So
And it was Usher
For sure.
Oh, sure.
with Alicia Keys, her, Little John, Ludacris, and will.i.am.
Well, there you go.
All his guests.
We should just get all of the like the long residencies on the strip out there performing.
that could be so fun.
like have
Wayne Newton.
Wayne
Oh my God.
Halftime show.
Wayne Newton opening, and then Jabberwockies comes out, and then Carrot Top closes it out.
What about Blue Man too? You got to get a little Blue Man.
Oh,
in
Blue
there,
Man!
too.
I forgot. Yeah, Blue Man.
Julie's very upset that you didn't mention her man.
Chris Angel.
Yeah. Why didn't you bring up Chris Angel, Jarrett?
Angel.
I talk about him all the time. It's
She is-
become like a running thing.
It's an unhealthy obsession with Chris Angel.
Chris Angel, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Mind freak.
Mind freak. Are you ready?
So 2029 is going to be a busy year for Vegas because not only do we have all the sports that we currently have, we're going to have a baseball team here in town. You knew that the A's were
I
coming
did
here.
know the A's were
okay,
coming
good.
here.
NBA.
NBA is going to come here, but I mean, chances
joke
are
I used
it's
to do
going to be
about the
Vegas.
A's.
Chances are it's going to be Vegas, but that'll be here. The Super Bowl will be here. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be absolute chaos.
I had a joke I used to do about the A's when they. It's past now, but you brought it up, so I'm gonna do the joke now.
Please.
It was when the Oakland A's were first moving here. They wanted to change their name to like identify with us here in Vegas a little better. And since we rank 49th in education, they're gonna change their name from the Oakland A's to the Las Vegas C minuses.
C minus is
That's
graceful.
pretty good. That's good. That's a good joke. I like
People stopped caring about it because that news was a while ago. But yeah, they're coming here. They blew up the Tropicana for it and everything.
I like the joke. I'm going to start telling that joke.
Yeah, go for it.
Give him credit at least when you
I
tell the
will.
joke.
I'll
Yeah.
tag. I'll
Yeah, every
say
time-
your handle out loud.
Yeah, there you go.
At Jarrett Comedy.
At Jarrett Comedy. Give a little shout out every
There
time
we
you
go.
tell the joke.
Exactly.
What else you got going on in Vegas, Julie?
Okay, so I guess this opened in March, and maybe I'm the only one interested in this, but Zero Bond at the Wynn, which then took me down this rabbit hole of all of the exclusive places that I will never get to see in
What
my
is
life.
Zero Bond?
So there's this ultra exclusive club in New York City, and they have opened their first expansion outside of New York City here, high up in the Wynn.
Okay.
And it's a multi-level, members only, like salon room, restaurant, private room. But this is what really caught my attention. You can do the general membership, $1,000 initiation fee, $27.50 annual dues. But if you actually want to do things at this place, $50,000 up front, $7,500 annual fee. It's insane.
What goes on in there?
I don't know, but without saying too much, I did hear that the New York one has close ties with Drake.
Is that supposed to mean something? What does that mean?
If you know, you know.
I don't know.
But
Jared, please explain this to me. Because clearly, I guarantee Jared knows. I guarantee 1,000% Jared knows what goes on in the New York
next
club.
one sponsored by P. Diddy.
exactly.
So it's a members only club here in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And it's open now?
Yeah, it's open now. And they really don't tell you much about it, probably because everything is gatekept for the people that can go.
No.
But there's a ton of other ones, too, that we came across in our research. Obviously, Poodle Room at the Fountain Blue. That's another big one. Also very expensive.
Obviously, put her in, like we're all supposed to know that.
That's what I was thinking.
Clearly,
Okay,
Jared.
well, maybe it's just
That's
because...
where I've seen Jared. I saw him at the Poodle Room. That's what it was. Yes.
I think it's just because every time I walk into the Fountain Blue, the entrance to the Poodle Room is right there.
Okay.
And I have... Every time I'm like, I wonder what the Poodle Room is. And I never ask, which it wouldn't matter if I did ask because they'd say it's not for you.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to move on.
Please move on.
But, right.
Yes.
But then like Summit Club, which is just it's a super elite, like residential place. And then this one is the one that blew my mind. I know Brian knows about this one.
I'm sure he
Absolutely.
does.
The mansion at MGM Grand. Maybe I'm so behind on learning about this. Do you know about this?
No, I've never heard about this.
I want to know the last time Jared's been to a club. That's what I want to know.
Oh, I mean,
Not a
outside of
comedy club.
club.
Not a comedy club.
Never. Yeah, never.
What's the cheapest membership that we can get in town? Is it the Green Door?
I think that's probably like $5 and a kiss to get in.
Brian, you're in charge of the kiss. I got the $5. You're good. Well,
They're
great.
paying you $5 to get in there. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. They're paying us to cover that.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
You guys get in free. I'd probably have to pay.
I'm sure it's the other way around. There is no place in Vegas that guys get in free and girls have to pay. I call BS on that.
You know, there is one thing, just because you mentioned the 15 earlier. Another thing that blew my mind this week is the I-15 Tropicana interchange won a national award. A
For what?
National Civil Award. I typed it down. Baldwin Group Build America Award for most significant construction project of 2025, specifically for excellence in design build civil projects. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I did not live here the entire 3 years that it was going on. But wasn't that a pain in the ass
It was a
for everyone that
disaster.
lived
That is
here?
disaster.
It was finished, to be honest.
There's still orange cones everywhere. So.
They said it was completed in fall of 2025.
I lived in Panorama Towers, which is right in front of the Tropicana interchange there, and I moved away from there because of how bad the construction was.
Yeah.
Baldwin, we need somebody from Baldwin in on the show here. 'Cause
Apparently
we need to ask them why. Who paid them? Tropicana? Mr. Tropicana paid them?
No, Las Vegas probably paid them the $350 million that went into building the project.
They gave him a zero bond membership. That's what they did.
Maybe.
Lifetime.
Yeah.
See, here's
but
my big thing from this is they're giving awards to off ramps.
I think it probably
Why?
went to the construction company, Jarrett.
The Flamingo on ramp is so pissed right now.
Oh, say that
know,
off ramp's
They
parents.
just put a sign there like a trophy.
That off ramp's parents got to be so proud. Like I knew they could do it if they put their heart to it.
I like this local news segment with Julie.
Okay, keep going.
I think it could be a permanent thing.
You need some background noise. For
Yeah,
it
we
as
definitely
get
need some
through it,
background.
Oh yeah, get a little jingle.
Let's see if we got what do we have?
Just play Jeopardy.
We have
Doo-doo-doo.
this. We have the-
That's sick.
that wasn't me. That was Jarrett.
I
First of all.
quit.
Well, this was awesome. Jarrett, one more time for everybody listening at home, where can they find you and where can they follow you?
So, like I said, May 12th at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, I'll be over there opening for John Caparulo. You can find me at Jarrett Comedy on Instagram, JARRETT Comedy. And that's all socials too, not just Instagram. I'm on
Love
all
that.
of them. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. That's all of them. That's
You got them all. MySpace, you got it all.
yeah, but yeah, that's where you can find me.
You were our first comedian on the show, and you crushed it.
Yeah, well, thank
Well
you. It
done.
was a fun time. To be honest, this is like the second podcast I've ever done.
Is it?
You guys crushed it. So
Thank you. Thank
That,
you.
I love that. What was the first podcast you went on?
Donna Joy, she's another comedian in town.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
She's awesome.
Is her podcast like about local comedians or a local comedy scene or what?
Yeah. She just kind of like invites local comedians onto her show, and you just kind of talk about
Nice.
whatever.
Cool.
Shout out to Donna Joy.
Yeah,
I love
Donna
that.
Joy.
I'm ready for this bread.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
ready for this bread. Let's get
good.
this bread. This is awesome. Thank you, Jarrett, for coming in. Catch new episodes each week on heybighead.com. Julie, do you have any final words for Jarrett before we head out and eat this bread?
No, I hope we can come see you.
Yeah, come out, guys. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. This was great. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And yeah, that's all I got.
Bye.
Bye.